When you start consuming media, there are two major archetypes of love that you'll see. The first is the kawaii, uwu, daisuki, that kind of love, with two characters which in modern media or for some reason mostly high schoolers, they meet each other and they become each other's firsts. And the relationship feels like something on which the world depends. It's mostly seen in anime, but in a lot of movies and shows too. And the other more mature, realistic take on love that's mostly used in Western media. In most animes, or at least from what I've seen, you will see a pure form of love. High schoolers blushing while holding hands, spending hours deciding to confess, and forming these close knit connections in most often very little time. This type of media has made us to believe that love is something based on chance, something that can be obtained by passivity, if you're lucky. I'll elaborate on that later in the video. In this type of romance, two characters in struggling situations meet each other in weird and special circumstances by chance. Sometimes one character saves the other, and in one way or another they fall for each other. It's easy for these shows to tell you that that love should be something that disrupts your everyday life and takes you on this wild adventure. But rarely do you see the aftermath of this kind of love. The two characters confess, but then the series ends. Why? Because what matters most is the journey, rather than the end. Most people subconsciously self-insert into these scenarios. That's something I want to make a longer video about, but basically, as an example, let me use this anime movie.
傘使う
借りたものはちゃんと返す。
The Tunnel to Summer, The Exit of Goodbyes. Overall, this movie is fine. It's good, enjoyable, but it's not perfect or anything. But for some reason, it stood out to me. The two main characters, Kaoru Tono and Anzu Hanashiro, Kaoru, I think, yeah, that's how you pronounce it, meet each other during difficult times in both their lives. Kaoru struggling with his abusive alcoholic father after his mom left due to the death of his sister as she tried to catch a beetle for him. And Anzu struggles with the death of her grandfather. She wishes to become a mangaka. Tono's life is grey. It's bland, and his family life is something no kid should ever have to go through. But after finding out about the tunnel that can grant wishes, Kaoru and Anzu both decide to go in to grant their respective wishes. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but in a world where everyone has forsaken you, and it feels like life has become repetitive, where all you can do is watch shows and wish it was you. In a world like that, finding solace in that one person is most people's wish. If no one else gets it, at least you. If I have nothing else, at least you. Their experiences with each other and the story of their love is one that could be passed down as legend, yet no one except the two of them know about it. This is an idealistic sort of love which makes you feel like it's a part of something bigger than itself. A love that inspires you, where you see people racing down in the pouring rain, running to the airport to get there in time. It's a fictional sort of love, or at least that's what I've come to believe. It's a love story so much more than red flags, 3-month rules, beige flags, or whatever the fuck that is. And all that stuff is genuine. I don't know how to explain it, but it's something I would kill to experience. In contrast, there's the other kind of love, the realistic kind. Off the top of my head right now, because I probably just watched Modern Family, I can think of Claire and Phil. Their relationship, their story isn't a fairy tale. They meet as teenagers, teen pregnancy, and boom, they get married. Phil worked genuinely hard after getting Claire pregnant, and now they have a happy family. They're not each other's first. It's not a perfect relationship. They're loyal, but we've seen them do things you'd never see in the other type of love. Like feel attracted to someone else, like when Claire has a crush on her yoga instructor, or Phil's constant crush on Gloria. Of course, it's not cheating or anything, but what I'm saying is that this love is probably much more realistic. But a lot of people don't like this love because it's not the enthralling, heart racing, feet kicking love that people are so used to due to media. French sociologist and philosopher John Baudrillard, his theory on hyperrealism refers to a condition where stimulations and representations of reality become more influential than the actual real thing. The things we see in media have become so appealing and have so much of an effect on our daily life that we've begun to expect things that aren't even possible from people. We hold back and expect them to reach out. The concept of love has become much more desirable than real love. People spend hours romanticizing solitude and fantasize because the real thing might not be as grand as they want it to be. We stay in our homes all day and hope that somehow we'll run into our soulmate, if we're lucky, because that's how we've seen it. And I say this because that's how I am. You know, when I watched Call of the Night, I remember I really liked the show because I felt like I could relate to it, and as corny as that sounds, bear with me. My entire high school life, I have felt disconnected to everyone around me. It's not like I was some loser that had no friends. I had friends, but I just never felt like I was the same as them. And I don't mean that as, ooh, I was the main character, argh. But I just found myself not being able to relate to anyone I met. And so when in Call of the Night, Ko goes out at night because he's tired of his school life and he stopped going to school. When he runs into a vampire, it felt like something that will happen to me because I have this habit of going on walks at like 4 a.m. because at night everything is just so peaceful. And the thing is, it's so easy to imagine an external force coming into your life and fixing everything, making no attempt to change but wanting someone to change everything. But of course, it never happened to me. As much as I wanted it to, not a vampire obviously, but someone. But in the real world, no one will enter your life just to fix it. It's up to you.